existentially, there is actually nothing separating you from that truth. Imagine if you were to be enlightened at this very moment. You have that ultimate explosion and you know what that feels like. Then, for whatever reason, you choose to forget all about it. You move away from the spiritual path. You don't think about meditation. You don't teach meditation. You go and do something entirely different. Let's say you become a politician. A profession as far removed from meditation as a profession can be. Because every moment you are battling with your mind. There is no incentive to settle down, be calm, relax, connect with yourself. You're doing something entirely different. Let's say for the next 20, 30 years, you make that your life. And then at the end of it, you just want to come back. You are tired of being a politician. Or you lost a major election. Whatever it might be. You come back and you say, I want to connect with that experience that I had 30 years ago. How long do you think it's going to take for you to break all the new habits that you have created? Because you were never a politician before you became enlightened. After that, you went on this journey, you started learning about politics, learning about people. You built totally new habits. Now, it must take decades for you to get back. If enlightenment is physical, if habits are physical, if mind is physical, then it should take you years, decades, for you to slowly unlearn all the ways of your thinking and get back to silence, get back to stillness, and connect to your enlightened nature. But in reality, it would not take any time. At your moment of choosing, you can go sit. Yes, it will take a little bit of time, maybe a few hours, sometimes maybe even a few days, because your mind is still filled with a lot of thoughts. But that's about it. When compared to how long you've been gone, disconnected from the truth, that time that is required to get back to it is nothing. Now, what does this mean? This means this feeling that you're having that you are separated from truth, disconnected from truth, is a lie. That is the biggest lie that you have to go beyond. That is the biggest deception, the biggest wall that you have to scale. This feeling that there is still a long way to go. Your very thinking, your very thought process becomes that seed of impatience. And that impatience is what puts a distance between you and your truth. But in reality, there is no distance at all. That is why once you have that experience, what is cleared? Your illusion is cleared. Physically, you did not travel somewhere. You did not learn how to step out of your body, fly in the air, levitate, none of those things. Physically, nothing changes in meditation. Because physicality itself is part of the mind. Physicality itself is an illusion. This strong belief that you have that I'm stuck in this body, I need to break through the body to be able to experience the truth, that itself is an illusion. In reality, at this very moment, you are already swimming in the ocean of aliveness. You're already swimming in the realm of consciousness. Wherever you see, there is nothing but life. Whatever you are experiencing is nothing but the truth. Yes, there are shadows accompanying this light show. There are forms. there are reflections. And those shadows don't have any power to completely hide the light. But if you are obsessed with those shadows, if you get closer and closer to the shadows, and if you choose to forget the truth, make the world of shadows your dwelling place, then you would be like that politician who has had the experience of truth, but he does not want to go there. The only difference is he has consciously chosen to move away. In your case, it has happened unconsciously. For him, when he decides to come back, he can come back in no time. For you, it would take a really long time because you have not made a conscious effort to get to the center of your being. Now, how can you not be impatient? Because doubt is so much on the inside. Because what you're moving towards is not physical, is not something that you can visually represent. And it is something that is closest to you. There is not 1 inch of gap between you and your truth. As the Quran says, God is closer to you than your jugular vein. It is the closest thing to you. Divinity is the very center of your being. Now, why is this divinity muddled? Why is it confused? Why is it impatient? Why does it want to move and do something? Why can't it simply settle? Because it does not know that the path to realizing the truth is being, not doing. A Zen student approached his master, bursting with eagerness and ambition. "Master," he said, "I am ready to dedicate myself entirely to the path. How long will it take for me to find enlightenment?" The master looked at him thoughtfully, then replied, "It will take you 10 years. Unsatisfied and thinking he could surely do better, the student pressed, "But what if I work tirelessly, meditate daily, and live strictly according to the teachings? Then how long?" The master paused, then answered, 20 years. Confused and a bit frustrated, the student asked, "But why would it take longer if I put in more effort?" The master smiled and said, "With one eye fixed on the destination, you have only one eye left with which to find the way." That's what impatience is. You want to go somewhere, but you don't know where you're going. So in a way, you are blinding yourself on the path through your own imagination. What is blocking your path? Why are you stumbling again and again? It's because you just have this feeling that you know what is it that you're searching for. The moment you accept a simple fact that you don't know what enlightenment is, you can never know. Don't even try to conceptualize it. Don't put any boundaries around it. Don't say, "Oh, it took 6 years for Buddha. Maybe it will take 60 years for me." Enlightenment doesn't work like that. Each individual is unique. Your path is unique. Your conditioning is unique. And everything you've ever done is a part of your journey. That is why you cannot pick 2 individuals and say, if these 2 individuals follow these 2 techniques exactly, they're going to get there at the exact same time. Every moment, what you do is different. While you might be in a state of deep acceptance, not bothered about enlightenment, not wanting to go and experience something, just in a state of surrender. You just don't care. The only thing you care about is you want to be awake. You don't want to fall asleep. And you want to dedicate some time every day for sitting quiet. On the contrary, let's say your friend is too intelligent, analytical, calculative. All the time he's plotting and scheming and thinking on how to get there, without realizing that the method is not about doing. The method is about being. The method is about dropping the method when it is not required. But because his conditioning has taught him to keep on doing something to produce a result, it will take him longer.